Joining us now is Congressman Kevin Kiley. Representative Kiley, thank you so much for making time.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
So I want to just start with this proposal that you filed this week that appears to be in response to the billionaires tax from SEIU UHW that prohibits states from trying to claw any assets with taxes for people who no longer reside. What ultimately prompted you to file this?
Well, yes, it was definitely this so-called wealth tax or billionaires tax that's being proposed in California. But that really isn't quite an accurate description of it. It's not just a tax. It's an actual seizure or confiscation of assets. And so you're going to see people have 5% of their net worth simply taken by the government. A lot of people don't have that kind of cash sitting around, so they have to unwind their companies. And so predictably what you're seeing is these individuals who are huge job creators who pay a lot of taxes in California as it is, are now leaving the state, are taking their investments with them, are taking jobs with them, and are taking the tax dollars that they pay through income taxes with them. And so this whole thing is going to be a total disaster for California if it passes.
Do you think with the Trump administration, Washington's friendly relationship-ish with tech, do you see Congress or the president intervening here or doing something that either blocks this from the ballot or tries to take action if it does get on there?
Yeah, I think we should be able to get broad bipartisan support for this. I mean, look at California. Even Governor Newsom agrees with me on this. I don't agree with the governor on a lot, but I think most people who are looking at this rationally can see that this will have the opposite of the intended effect. If the idea is that you're just going to confiscate people's assets and thereby increase public revenues, the problem with that is if people aren't in California anymore, they're not paying income taxes. And by the way, in California, in some years, we have upwards of 50% of our state income tax revenue comes from the top 1% of earners. So if you start to lose even some of those people, then it could cause this whole house of cards to come tumbling down. So this is a threat to the quality of life we have in California in any number of ways, and so we need to use every tool at our disposal to make sure that it doesn't happen.
You mentioned you and the governor agree on this, but the governor has said that he doesn't think this is something that should be sorted out at the state level, but something maybe nationally. What's your response to that?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. And so I look forward to him, endorsing my legislation and encouraging folks in Congress to support it. And specifically what my bill does is it applies to this retroactive provision. So what's particularly bad about this wealth tax proposal is it says that even if you have left California over the last year, we're still going to try to tax you. And so that's why you see people have already left, the likes of the founders of Google or Mark Zuckerberg or Larry Ellison or Peter Thiel, who are saying, we can't even tolerate the risk that this thing is going to pass, because if it does, it'll be too late for us. And so at least by saying this doesn't apply retroactively, it restores some basic fairness and it assures that people don't have to leave even in advance of it passing.
But the governor has said a wealth tax shouldn't be sorted out at the state level, but maybe at the national level. Should lawmakers in Washington, D.C. respond to maybe the inequity issues that some in the Democratic Party, like the SEIU UHW, for example, is pointing to as a reason to try to implement this tax?
Well, no, absolutely not. If that's what he means by a national solution, you can look at other countries that have tried doing this sort of wealth tax, which is totally foreign to anything we've ever had in the United States. And they all have actually repealed it because it just doesn't work. It actually has the opposite of the intended effect. And so, it'd be particularly bad if we only had it in California and then people are leaving for other states. But if we had it at the national level, it would be a terrible thing for innovation and for our economy as well.
SEIU UHW points to the healthcare cuts that were made at the national level through H.R. 1 as a reason to implement this. What's your response to that?
Well, there were not cuts made through H.R. 1. In fact, over the course of the next decade, spending on Medi-Cal is actually going to increase. Now, it is true that some more significant measures were proposed that would, in fact, have reduced spending. I oppose those, and because myself and some others were stood up and said, no, we're not going to support that, we're not going to vote for this bill if it includes those sort of measures, then they did not make it into the final legislation.
I know your bill is new. Have you had outreach yet among members on whether or not they'll support?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of very positive feedback so far, and I think you've already seen, broad bipartisan opposition to this so-called wealth tax in California, because people can see the negative impacts that it will have. But even if it is defeated, which I think we have a good chance of defeating it, in California, a lot of the harm will already have been done because you see this max exodus of capital. $1 trillion has already left the state by some estimates just in anticipation of this thing passing. So if we can get a national solution here, which by the way I think is only sort of reaffirming the idea that this is unconstitutional to begin with, to say that we're going to continue seizing your assets even when you've left our state. But if we could get that passed, then it will stop a lot of unnecessary harm coming to pass.
I want to switch gears to the upcoming election, which may or may not include this wealth tax, but also, who represents Congress in 2027. After Prop 50, the dust has essentially settled. The Supreme Court's allowing California to keep its maps in place. Your district was heavily gerrymandered. Have you made a decision on where you'll run?
Yes, so I've only ever considered one district, and that is the one I represent now. But unfortunately, my current district has been chopped, as you say, into 6 different pieces. And so, some people right after Prop 50 passed sort of treated it like a game of musical chairs. We had totally new districts. They were all open seats. And you had certain people who just tried to sort of jump on one and say, okay, this is my district. I want to claim it before no one else comes in. I took a different approach. My approach has been, number one, let's let the legal process play out, which it only just finished up a couple weeks ago. But number two, I want to hear from my constituents and the folks that I would represent in each of these 6 different pieces. And I think that I owe that to the people that I represent now to hear as much input as possible. So we're now about 2 weeks away from the deadline. So that's the point at which I'll have to make a final decision. But I'm confident that I'll have the opportunity to continue to fight for our region, for California, and for what's right for the country.
Is it possible that there could be some Republican on Republican violence, for lack of a better term, with Tom McClintock?
Well, Mr. McClintock's district has also been chopped into 5 different pieces. So he's in the same boat I am. He has to decide which of those 5 to go with. I don't think, wherever I end up going, I'm not sure it'd be in anyone's interest for him to then choose the same district. So we'll see what happens. But I think that, whatever happens in the next couple weeks, I think it's really important to have the opportunity to continue to fight for California. We've got a lot of problems in this state right now, but I think we've already made a lot of progress as well. And so I look forward to the chance to ask the voters for a 3rd term.
But definitely in Congress, not the state legislature, not maybe a run for California governor.
For governor, I think we got enough candidates for governor.
Okay.
No, I'm definitely committed to returning to the House, and I think that I've been able to accomplish a lot in the 3 years that I've been there, and I think we have a lot to build on here going forward.
All right, Congressman Kiley, we really appreciate your time. Thank
You bet.